feeling each other out and jockeying for position, because the second one slips up, it could be over.
That's very true. And certainly through all the outwardly machinations of you, RJ, you do understand wrestling technique. You do understand that human game of chess. You would not have gotten this far without it. And great to get your perspective on this, as we see, AJ, to follow up on that point, he's been in this industry working at a breakneck pace for 15 years now.
You know, two guys like this who are so busy on the indies, especially AJ Styles, now that he's back, he's working everywhere, you kind of got to figure out your strategy in the ring. You got to see what the other guy is capable of and work around that.
Yeah. I mean, AJ had been outside of independent wrestling for so long. This is a new crop of talent, really a new style. And you know just as well as anybody, this industry is constantly evolving, and the independent scene today is not the independent scene of even 3 years ago.
Absolutely not. It certainly didn't have me here.
Well, that's something to pontificate upon. AJ's made a big-time impact in Ring of Honor as well. A return there to an organization he helped build. AJ was balancing schedules on TNA, Ring of Honor, and IWC, and numerous other promotions, all at the same time throughout the early to mid-2000s. Really a golden age of independent professional wrestling. And it's Nese with a reversal center ring. Again, to your point, both men are very careful.
Yeah, they're taking their time and exchanging simple holds and jockeying for position.
Oh, AJ caught Nese trying to nip up and just dropped down with that side headlock. And you can control. And notice AJ has the left arm of Nese grapevine, keeping Nese from using that for leverage. Nese has to go to the hair to get something going here. Great strategy by AJ. Nese tries to counter, traps the shoulders for a moment. AJ is great at getting the most out of everything he does. No wasted motion, as the expression goes. And again, we touched on it earlier. Gordon Soley said you control the head, you control the body. And it's important that AJ control this matchup as best he can, because keep in mind, Tony Nese in the power game, certainly with an advantage. A 500-pound deadlift, a 550-pound squat, a 1,200-pound leg press. You're not going to find much talent anywhere in this industry that can boast those claims.
And not too shabby on the elliptical.
All right, then. Nese drops down again. I mean, it must just feel like a vice around AJ's head right now to have that tight clasp of Tony Nese around the head and temple of AJ.
Well, Nese is the more powerful of the two, and you can see how long AJ's headlock lasted, and the fact that this is lasting much longer will tell you how powerful Tony Nese is.
AJ just trying to keep himself at a vertical base. He's got a chance at a vertical base. Leapfrog drop down. That usually is a setup into an AJ Styles drop kick, but notice Nese was prepared. Drop back down to that headlock.
Because the headlock works, so you stick with it.
And again, that's a disadvantage of AJ being on global television for basically the past 10 years. You know what AJ does.
It's like the time I worked with Milton Berle. I knew his act backwards and forwards.
Well,
he's got a hell of a headlock, too. Mr. Headlock, they used to call him.
I don't think that happened at all.
I'm pretty sure it did. Beside an adventure?
I remember he was called Mildred Burke one time, but that's another story. Anybody that gets that reference, God bless you. Pace quickens, and Tony Nese opens things up. AJ got the drop kick that time. Took him a couple minutes longer, but man, did it pay off.
5 minutes to this contest, 5 minutes.
And AJ, full speed ahead with the basement dropkick, baseball slide.
What does that hand signal mean?
Well, he has the Phenomenal One logo on each of his individual gloves, and when you combine them together, it makes the full logo.
Looks like the diamond cutter for people with carpal tunnel.
Okay. I was expecting a Power Rangers reference maybe, but that works too. Nese drop, throat first, maybe sternum first on that steel guardrail. AJ Styles, a 5-time world champion. Ring of Honor Tag Champion. I believe a Ring of Honor Pure Champion. And as I mentioned, 2-time Super Indie Champion. I don't think there's anywhere AJ's gone where he has not conquered and won gold. And AJ knows the rules.
Who's that sitting front row? Is that the average Muda?
See, RJ gets a little distracted easily. You know, fans, shiny objects, it'll do that to him.
He put so much effort into his face paint that he's like, I'll just wear a tank top and sweatpants.
High impact backbreaker by the Phenomenal One.
Now, he was working over Nese's face and his nose. And now he started working the back. They're all setups for the Styles Clash.
That's a great point. AJ's offense is so meticulous and so all-encompassing. Trademark AJ knee drop.
I'm singing.
There's a cover. Only a count of 1. RJ, who are these people that you're hiring to come over here and ask for autographs and pictures from you?
They're part of Jerry's kids. I'm taking over this Labor Day.
I don't believe that for a second.
You'll never walk alone.
This is a great cause here tonight, and I'm sure you're here under duress. AJ up and over. Nese nowhere to be found. Standing side switch. And Nese takes the leg. AJ nip up into the modified Hurricane Rana. Both these men can catch you so off guard with how fluid they are in their motions.
That's why I look forward to wrestling neither of them.
There we go. Either one of them would make a great Super Indie champion in 2014.
Yeah. Good luck.
In your eyes, you just completely conquered that division already, haven't you?
Is there anyone left?
We'll see come Super Indie 13, perhaps. And check out this hang time. Gonna make Nese think about it. That blood rushes to the brain.
Kids, if you're at home and you want to know what that feels like, lie upside down on your couch and then get up and try to run around and talk to your parents with a red face.
That's an oddly specific request.
Do it immediately.
No, well, you can watch the match first. AJ with a chinlock cinched in on Nese. And again, these men want to keep one another in close confines because they know how sudden the other can be.
It's like holding a bat in a shoebox.
Where did you get that from?
You've never held a bat in a shoebox before?
I'm missing something
You
here.
gotta hang out with me more often.
I don't think that's a smart idea for anybody. Nese trying to break the grasp of AJ. Is that what they're doing on Nickelodeon now? Bats and shoeboxes?
You're like Jim Cornette if he was worse.
Nese sends AJ in. Hard impact into the buckle. And AJ, oh, he's at home here. Springboard. Oh, Nese trips AJ up, and that was an awkward landing.
That is flawless counter wrestling. Suckers the man in and beats him at his own game.
I know you see gravity was AJ's worst enemy in that exchange. And there's so many awkward ways to land. Of course, the ring cable can have a whiplash-like effect. It went Nese with a suicide dive, and oh, AJ hit throat first on that guardrail. We're just going to touch upon the awkward landing. The rope, the ring frame, no giving it. Not to mention this thinly covered floor. But that guardrail may trump them all.
You know, I gotta say, while the premier athlete is flexing, I'd like to congratulate Tony Nese on his engagement to Tina Moretti, and I certainly look forward to attending Tony and Tina's wedding.
What are you talking about? Nese sends AJ back in. AJ, a moment ago, you could see his mouth wide open, gasping for breath. Having a major trouble breathing.
And he's stomping right on that chest to make sure there's absolutely no more air left in those lungs.
Absolutely true. Drops the leg as well. And Nese is looking good. Nese is in his element. And AJ is certainly not the homecoming he expected here in IWC. Drops the leg again. And to keep in mind as Nese gets one off the cover, keep in mind a victory here not just will propel Nese forward, but whoever wins here You got to think Nese, should he be victorious? Future Super Indy title shot. AJ, should he choose to pursue a Super Indy championship? Would love to see it.
If I choose to pursue it.
You can't duck forever. You've done a great job weaseling your way around a lot of contenders.
Duck, duck, goose, my friends. Duck, duck, goose.
You might be the goose in this situation. You might get goosed. AJ Styles out-quickened by Tony Nese. How often do you say the phrase AJ Styles out-quickened? Springboard. Unbelievable offense. That springboard. Cape Broad, I got 2 and no.
Tony Nese seems to be sticking with those high-impact maneuvers to the throat and chest and trying to really drive the air out of AJ Styles.
And that negates a large portion of AJ's most high-impact offense.
And you know, if you can't breathe, you can't think straight, you start to panic. Kids, if you want to know what that feels like, take a plastic bag.
Please don't do that. No, no. Where's that hook again? I'd like to caution all of our fans to please never listen to RJ City ever when he discusses anything. That is a very, very important disclaimer. And AJ Styles certainly not faring well in the least. That's a big mistake by Nese to not get more body on that cover. Hook the leg, man. AJ trying to fight his way to his feet.
I don't know if these two athletes look so jacked because they are so jacked or because Jake Clemens' body is so bad.
I don't, well...
Wow. Big left hand by Tony Nese. I did not know he was a southpaw.
Well, I think AJ found out the hard way. AJ getting the best of the strike exchange at the moment. Now check out this flurry. Now Nese having trouble catching his breath. Reversal. Jeez! And that rung AJ's bell in a major way. I feel like AJ knows where he is right now. High risk. Superplex coming up. AJ counters. And AJ still on that second turnbuckle. AJ in his comfort zone. Tornado DDT. No, the power of Nese. That's unreal. And the agility on top of it.
Those are the deadly consequences of great counter wrestling by Tony Nese. He doesn't even have to do any of his own moves.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. That jump up Hurricane Rana. AJ pushes off. Springboard. AJ, not sure if he overshot Nese or he planned to get outside of his vision, but either way, the high kick connects. And this matchup now in a stalemate. Can AJ recover? Turning point potentially coming. Both men trying to shake up the cobwebs. Hope we don't see a draw. That would certainly be a shame. AJ to his feet, Nese to his feet. And the battle resumes. And AJ stringing some moves together. Nese is on the defensive for the first time in a long time. AJ no springboard. That flying forearm! You're not going to find a more beautiful maneuver with as much dangerous results.
That'll jar your mother's preserves. Trademark Gene Okerlund.
And AJ down with a neck breaker. Cover. Got it. No. AJ breaking out the staple offense, but not enough. And you notice AJ hurt his own knee on that impact. Styles clash. That's a universal symbol, and Nese certainly sensed that coming as well. AJ, jeez. That Nese, like you hear the crack throughout this building. Got it! No! That's a long 2 count. That's 2 and 8 or 9 tenths.
Tony Nese better not get too frustrated here. If you take too long, you'll have AJ right back on top of you.
Well, you could certainly sense the emotion, the importance of this matchup for Tony Nese. AJ sidesteps. But you can see the damage taken out of Styles as well, who hits hard in the corner. 3-kick combo. German. Beautiful bridge. 2.5.
And like a bridge over troubled water, he almost laid AJ down.
Good grief. And Nese, he loves to go 450. He has a very, very impressive arsenal from the top rope in his own right.
Smart move by AJ Styles, just getting the hell out of the way.
Yeah, not sure if that was instinctive or what, but Pele! The Pele kick out of nowhere, as is an AJ Styles staple. And once again, it's time to dig down deep and see who wants it more. Well, you can hear the impact. It has been a war, but neither man has lost a step.
Nese is throwing lefts and rights. It must be very confusing offense to combat.
Quick roll up here. AJ. Oh my God. Oh, check out the power. And check out how AJ's head bounced. Oh, that was dangerous.
Smart move. Hits him right in the base of his skull. He has no idea where he is. But Nese knows where he is. He's about to deliver a 450.
Nobody home. AJ out of the way. And Nese may be prone. No. AJ fighting for his life out there. And a hell of a clothesline. And now, the signal. Here it comes. Styles clash. Tony Nese, the latest victim.